So as you guys already know, Trump was inaugurated earlier today, and I didn't fully know what to expect. I think a lot of us are on edge because of recent events, and rightfully so. Even if you're someone who hates Trump, I think we can all acknowledge that the world has gotten really crazy, and we all kind of halfway expect something to go down when we have one of these big events. But for the most part, I think things ran kind of smoothly. I mean, we had George W. Bush in the crowd making faces. I think he may have let out an egg fart, a silent but deadly. Not sure what he had going on in the crowd, but it was kind of entertaining watching. But, I knew a lot of what Trump was going to say today, because if you've heard Trump speak once, then you kind of know, a lot of the talking points and things that he's going to hit. But one thing I wasn't fully expecting was for him to, early on in his speech, acknowledge the people of North Carolina who are still going through a complete nightmare because of Hurricane Helene. The people of North Carolina who were abandoned after the storm. The media didn't talk about the people of North Carolina for long. The media moved on, and FEMA, these government agencies that were sent to help, they were told not to help Trump supporters. They were told not to go help any homes that may have had a Trump sign in their yard and things like that. And the people of North Carolina, they were just forgotten about. And I kid you not, a lot of them still right now, tonight, while you're watching this video in the comfort of your warm, cozy home, the people in North Carolina are still sleeping in tents. Some have even frozen to death because our government did not help them. Our government forgot about them, wouldn't acknowledge them basically at all. So I'm not someone that buys into politicians too much. I'm not someone who cares about them a lot, but it meant something to me. As someone who, obviously, I didn't go through the storm. It got pretty close. I mean, where I live, we were without power for a while and stuff, But, of course, my home is still here. You know what I mean? But I covered the story for a couple of months. And I did everything in my power to spread the word about what these people were going through. You know what I mean? I mean, dozens upon dozens upon dozens of videos, trying to spread the word, doing whatever I can to get the word out there about what these people were going through. Now, of course, my channel, they don't allow a lot of my videos to get out there to the masses. Okay? And hopefully that will change now that Trump is president, because the censorship that I've been going through on this channel has been insane. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Just seeing him bring up and acknowledge these people who have not been acknowledged, who have not been cared about. I mean, our country abandoned them. Our president abandoned them. Did not care about them at all. Literally told them, hey, sorry, FEMA ran out of money. We can't help you all because they sent all the money to Ukraine. So seeing them acknowledged, it meant something to me because I know it means something to them. I know it means something to them to have a president that will acknowledge their existence as they're sleeping out in cold tents because our government decided that they're not as important as Ukraine or Israel or any of these other countries that we're sending billions upon billions of dollars to. And now, for the first time since Hurricane Helene, after losing everything they have been acknowledged on the world stage. I want to go ahead and roll this clip, though, of what Trump had to say, because it was glorious, if you ask me. Just putting it all out there right in Joe Biden and Kamala's face. But let's roll the clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina been treated so badly. And other states who are still suffering from a hurricane that took place many months ago. Or more recently, Los Angeles, where we're watching fires still tragically burn. From weeks ago, without even a token of defense, they're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. But we can't let this happen. Everyone is unable to do anything about it. That's going to change. We have a public health system that...
I hope that now some changes are made and the people of North Carolina who were affected by this storm finally start getting some of the help and the attention that they have deserved ever since day one. And I know it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm hoping that some changes are going to be made and that these people start getting help, because it's ridiculous that we're here in January of 2025 still talking about the fact that these people are out there desperately in need of assistance. So I'm hoping that the ball starts rolling on that, and I'll be looking into that. And if they don't, I don't care who's president, Trump or not, I will bring it up and we will talk about it if they don't start getting more help now. I have no problem calling that out. You can you can bet your ass that I have no problem calling anyone out. I don't care what Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter to me who's in office. And if you're someone who's been subscribed to my channel, you know that I will call these politicians out regardless of who they are. We've called out governors, Republican governors, Democratic governors, or what have you. But yes, hearing Trump mention what's going on in North Carolina, it meant a lot, I think, to the people of North Carolina. And it was awesome seeing him mention it in front of Joe Biden and Kamala. You know, the people who never cared. You know, after the hurricane hit, Kamala started going out to little luncheons and dinners. She didn't give a damn about the people of North Carolina. And Joe Biden was on the beach. Trump was actually on the ground, you know, talking to storm victims before Biden, who was actually president at the time. I also think that it's nice that Trump brought up the fires in California, because some of the people responsible for those fires are in that room and sitting on that stage right now. And I think it's a good thing that he called that out. Talked about how, hey, some of y'all lost your homes. Isn't that interesting? How these policies and these things that you all have voted for and this radical nonsense that you all have pushed led to your own destruction. Isn't that weird? Right? But hopefully, you know, we start seeing some changes in this country because we need it. And if you're someone who doesn't believe that, then you're in denial. You don't have to like this guy. You don't have to like that guy. But we all have to acknowledge that the last 4 years were complete trash. The whole entire world was flipped upside down. There is chaos everywhere. And hopefully some type of order is restored. But we'll see, because we know that there's a lot of crazy people that are going to start flipping out because Trump is president as well. But for now, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.